So you see there on the scoreboard, the 2006 Cortaca Jug, Ithaca 20, Cortland 20 at the end of regulation.
This is the second year in a row that it's gone into overtime. Last year at Ithaca, Cortland won the game. Of late, the away team has won most of the games.
You see some of the fans in the crowd kind of damp, but happy to be at an exciting game here. The crowd had a lot to cheer about in that fourth quarter after they were pretty quiet through the middle part of the game. Ithaca led it 10-7 at the half. And we will hear Ithaca coach Mike Welch talking about turnovers.
There's a lot that goes into winning football games, and you know, I always go back to the one key factor which has been the detriment to us in our 2 losses, and that's turnovers. I think we just have to take care of the football. I don't think we really do in all phases of our game. We have to take care of the football. And then when we get opportunities to score, to make it happen, to have a high efficiency in the red zone. So I think those are key factors.
And it's been the case here. There's only been 1 turnover for the Bombers.
But it did lead to 3 points. A 23-yard Matthew Mintz field goal.
Another thing, Coach Welch also said that they needed to take care of their red zone scoring chances, and they're 3 for 3 in this game, so they've done a good job with that.
Take a look at the NCAA football overtime rules.
Yeah, the overtime rules, in the overtime period, each team will receive an offensive series beginning on the opponent's 25-yard line. The team's possession ends when it scores, or the ball's turned over, or if it fails to convert on a 4th down play. Then it'll be the other team's turn to do that as well. Cortland played an overtime game last week at Rowan. Rowan got the ball first on the 25-yard line and scored a pass play on the 2nd play of the game, or 2nd play of the overtime. Then Cortland in turn got it on the 25-yard line and couldn't score. So that's why Rowan won. Another overtime period will be played if the score remains tied after each team has a possession. The defense can score off a turnover or a blocked field goal. If this happens, the game's over. If the defense scores on a 2-point defensive conversion following a touchdown, the overtime period continues with a score 6-2. Each overtime period has 1 timeout, no carryovers. Timeouts called between the overtime periods are charged to the overtime period about to be played. At the beginning of the 3rd overtime, teams must attempt a 2-point conversion after a touchdown is scored.
So you see the captains going out there. To decide who will get the ball first in this overtime period.
Captains for Cortland, number 8, Rich Coyne, number 37, Matt Montepetit, and number 20, Matt Rickard. Captains for Ithaca, Alex Baez, Justin Brunel, and Joe Napoleon.
So we'll have some stats for you here in a second, and we'll see who's going to get this ball first. Cortland won the toss, or Ithaca won the toss.
Ithaca won the toss, elected to go toward the south end zone. Not sure who will get the ball first, though.
Teams getting fired up for this overtime period. Cortland's won 6 of the last 10 as we get a look at these stats here in the regulation. More first downs for Ithaca, more rushing yards for Ithaca, more passing yards for the Red Dragon, total yards in favor of Cortland. 1 turnover apiece, both 4 for 13 on 3rd down. Time possession, slight edge going to Ithaca. And
the stat that matters is the score, 20-20. It looks like Ithaca will have the ball first at the 25-yard line. The Cortland defense is out on the field. I don't believe there's any advantage to either team at this point.
A lot of things, strange things can happen in overtime.
Could be a great individual play to win the game, or a mistake to lose the game for one of these teams. Hopefully it won't be a mistake to lose the game.
So Heenan, Ortel, and Weberberg in motion. Hand off to Donovan, who moves forward. He's hit at the line, picks up maybe a yard down to the 24.
I think Rich Coyne was on that tackle, captain.
We'll give him a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. So Heenan, the wide receiver on the far side, Gordon on the near side. Weberberg in motion, Donovan in the backfield. Juwan back to throw. It's picked off there by Cortland, number 36, Bill Hauser.
Wow, big play by Hauser. If Hauser would have run it back all the way, the game would have been over. Now it's Cortland's turn to try to score from the 25-yard line. Wow, Hauser, nice interception. Hauser, that's his 3rd interception of the season. He's 2nd on the team now. Jeff Beck leads the team with 4 interceptions.
Hauser stepping in front of Gordon. And Gordon, good hustle there to bring him down. Juwan got over there as well, and they force him out of bounds. So the 2nd offensive play for Cortland in overtime, picked off by Bill Hauser.
Cortland's only been in 1 overtime this year, and that was last week's loss at Rowan, 14-7.
So Ithaca's 2nd play picked off by Bill Hauser, giving his offense a chance. So if Cortland can put any points on here, this would be the ball game. So the freshman, Sean Pratt, still in a quarterback for the injured Brian Shea, Mike Savita, and Matt Rickard in the backfield. He's going to fake the throw, or fake the handoff and throw it away, incomplete. A lot of good pressure there by number 25, Ryan Terlecki, the safety, getting in, forcing Pratt to throw it away.
He was just throwing that ball away. He was outside the tackle, therefore no intentional grounding. Good job by the freshman from Brockport, New York. Throwing it to nobody.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25 in overtime. And there's Sean Pratt again, freshman out of Brockport. Has played quite a ball game in his first start of his career. He's back to throw. Gets it over to Lane. He's brought down for about a 3-yard pickup down to the 22. We'll look at it again.
It's only 3 yards, but that's very important yardage to get into field goal range. Every yard or two counts tremendously here.
So that'll be a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 21. Hand off there to Rickard. He's going to be tied up. Oh, fumble. Picked up there by Ithaca. They get it back.
On to the 2nd overtime.
And that was number 92, Joe Getz, the freshman defensive end, coming up with that one out of the pile. And Ithaca.
Joe Getz right there, 6'2", 260, just stealing the ball away from the senior Rickard.
We'll look at it again, see exactly where it comes out. There's Rickard going into the pile. And the ball was yanked free right out of his arms by Joe Getz. So we had only 2 turnovers in the entire regulation, but we've had 2 turnovers now in the first.
Well, there wasn't a turnover. They ruled him down, Dan. They ruled him down, and this will be for the game. A 40-yard field goal by Matthew Mintz. 40-yard field goal for the win and the Cortaca Jug.
Kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good.
Oh, my goodness.
A season long for Matthew Mintz. Wins the game.